go in, I read the things like that. And then I have on my website the actual, I can't teach everything out in the open. Like in a private setting, like right here, as long as this brother can guarantee me he don't put it on the internet, I'll say some things I'll never say in public here. Right. So there's some things I'm going to show y'all I would never, if it ain't in one of my webinars, it'll be in my webinars. But if there's some things I'm going to reveal today that I would never say in an open forum. Not because it's dangerous information, it's because they don't want y'all to have certain information. And the moment you put it out there, this is why we always have problems. We just want to go let everybody know I know this. And then they come in and try to subvert you from, getting your remedy. Even if it's the right thing to do, they'll do that. They'll make sure you don't get it. So there's some things I'm going to show y'all. Show you how to deal with debt. Debt is the easiest thing out there to get rid of. Once you see what's going on, okay, this is simple. This is how the brother got rid of all the student loans. How many student loan people got in? Yeah, get rid of student loans. And the student loans is easy because this is one simple thing people don't understand. When you get a student loan, it's always passed off to someone else. So what happens is it falls up under third-party debt collector rules. Once you give that loan, give it to someone else to collect. See, I only signed a contract with this bank, right? But this bank never is the one to collect the money. They give it off to what? Navient, which is a contractor for the United States U.S. Department of Education to collect all student loans throughout the country. So Navient is a third-party debt collector. Just like anybody else, I don't owe you jack. Know who else is know who is the number one third-party debt collector in this country? Somebody take a wild guess. Say it again. And how many people get locked up, get their wages garnished because of the IRS? And they are a third-party debt collector, and guess what? They fall up under the same rules. Who says they can't do it? But let's look at this case here. So I can show y'all the difference, that there's a difference between a U.S. citizen and an American. Now, peace, everybody. Let me just make sure y'all can hear me. Mic check. Can y'all hear me out there? Turn that down there. Text, comment. I think y'all can hear me. Let's see. Sounds is good. Thank you, sir. Thank you for saying that. Oh, hang on. Just got some. Oh, nice. I need to send something to my daughter real quick, y'all. We're getting these Labrador retrievers. We're getting 2 of them. 2 Labrador. I was gonna get one, but I had to get it a brother. And the lady just sent us the pictures of them. Peace, prosperity, and extreme wealth to all. Hold on one second. I hope everybody's doing good. Family's doing good. Everybody's great. Just chilling here, getting ready for fall. Fall is coming on us. This month is gone. I mean, it's August the 16th. The 16th. We are heading into the fall. We're heading into end of this so-called year. And talking about the end of the year, I was checking something out. Did y'all know that September 11th is the beginning of the new year for Ethiopia?
Yes, September 11th. I find that to be coincidental with the 9/11 incident. That sounds so, strange. I need to look into that. Um, I need to look into that more and see how I can connect that to what we are learning here today. So I got a message yesterday. Somebody sent me a video. Someone talking about the DS11 and how if you fill it out, get a passport, that you are saying that you're a U.S. citizen. And he was reading the instructions. This guy was reading the instructions, and it says that in the instructions, oh, this is for U.S. citizens, this is a U.S. passport. It says all of those things on the DS11. I don't deny that. But the one thing he did not read or even elaborate on was the oath. The oath. He did not elaborate on that. He didn't go into that part that they make you sign and swear to. The part that I always tell you about is the most important part of the application. First of all, the instructions is never given or sent in with the application. The only thing that's sent in with the application is 2 pages, front and back. The 2 pages, you filling out all the information pertaining to you and your parents. And then you sign on that very first page, and that oath is very specific. Yeah, up there at the beginning. Let me share the screen. Let me share. I know I'm not even preaching to y'all right now. I'll preach later, maybe. I preached a lot this week. Here we go. Let me pull up this DS11. And I'm not going to be long-winded. He was talking for an hour and a half, telling people how getting a passport will make you a U.S. citizen. Now, in like 20 minutes into his video, 21, 2 minutes into the video, he specifically says that he's never tried to get a passport. He didn't do the process. And he's telling you, if you submit explanatory statements with your passport, they don't investigate. He got inside knowledge that they don't look and verify all of these documents that you're sending in. This is what he's saying in the video. Right? I'm not even going to say the name of this dude. I'm not even going to worthy mention. And he actually took a hit at all the people that talk about passport. He wasn't specific. So somebody was on my website and they were concerned that what he's saying was true. I said, listen, man, he's going to dispute the thousands of people that have gotten their passport the way I've taught it. He's going to dispute the fact that they changed the application after I broke open the knowledge for everyone to get their passport. They changed it and took that statement out where we were lining out, where it says line out the portion that applies to you, meaning you pick and choose how you want to line it out. Oh, you someone that didn't even do the process, but you speak in fact. This is what I'm telling y'all, people, that people speak from a position of hearsay and assumptions. See, before I even taught the passport to give y'all facts, I made sure that it would work before I did it. You mean to tell me this document that they got to travel you around, you could travel around the world with this passport, that they're not going to verify your documents that allow you to go into foreign countries and may be a terrorist in foreign countries? They're going to let you get away with that? They like the IRS. This is exactly what they're like the IRS. They don't verify everything, but they could come back later and you could end up in a world of trouble. What? First of all, let me clear something up. The affidavit that I have for the passport process. Look, I know I'm not on screen yet. I'm going to go back to the shared screen in a second. The affidavit that I have on a passport process is you making your statements and then you get it notarized. See, it's clear this brother do not know the rules of evidence. An unrebutted affidavit stands as truth. How can they get, first of all, how are they going to rebut your nationality? How are they going to tell you your religious beliefs? Because that's what the affidavit is basically based on. And the Constitution protects those rights. This dude ain't even read the Constitution. He didn't know nothing. He didn't know anything. But yet, he's telling people not to get a passport. So how the hell you gonna get out this country and be able to travel properly? I also told you guys, whoever got issues with IRS and child support when it comes to these passport, that you can get a temporary passport to leave the country. You show an itinerary because they can't stop you from leaving. That's proven. They just won't give you the 10-year one. But I just dropped a jewel for a lot of my people that got that issue. But here's the thing. Let me go to the application again. Let me go. He was reading from this part. This form is used to apply for U.S. passport booking card in person or at an acceptance facility, a passport agent by appointment, or a U.S. embassy, consulate agency. If abroad, the U.S. passport is a travel document attesting to one's identity, issued to U.S. citizens or non-citizen U.S. nationals. This is what he's saying is the fact. And it is a fact. It says that. And it says a lot of other things. But like I said, this part does not get submitted with your application. This is just information that they put on there that they're saying this is. This is not the contract. This is the contract. Right here. They saying, they said, oh, to prove you're a U.S. citizen, you got to give them a U.S. birth certificate. Y'all already saw where I called into the IRS, to the passport people say, okay, you guys said you want a U.S. birth certificate, but I was born in New York. I don't have a U.S. birth certificate. I have a New York birth certificate. How do I prove? Oh, yeah. Then she came back and she conceded and said, yeah, you could use that. Because I was telling her I'm not a U.S. citizen. Affidavit says you're not a U.S. citizen. Right? It says that. And they accept that. But remember what I said about affidavits. It's your sworn testimony in that affidavit that you are not a U.S. citizen. And they take that. It says it clear as day. The people get it in there. They're reading this. And boom, because they know if you're not born in the United States as they define it in their codes, you're born in a foreign country. That's why it's titled what foreign national or American national. What's the difference? There's no difference. You are a foreign national born in the state of Texas. You are a foreign national born in the state of North Carolina. You are a foreign national born in South Carolina. Because that is not the United States. The United States is what the Confederacy, called the United States of America, contracted with to operate and run its daily business. You see what I'm saying? That's the United States. And it's really called the United States Congress Assembled. That's the United States. You're not a citizen of that. If you're born in one of the 50 states, one of those Confederacy, one of those states that's part of the Confederacy, that's your foreign country. That's why the passport is always saying the state you was born in, and then it says USA. It's saying this that the state that's part of the Confederacy, which is called the United States, and then it says USA on it. See, he ain't got a passport, but he's speaking on facts. If you do this, this is what could happen. Of course, all of this rhetoric up here is what happened here? All this rhetoric up here is the distraction. All of this distraction. And this is why people get confused, because you're distracted by all of this up here. You don't even pay attention to this right here. This right here. This important piece. The part you're signing under oath, just like your affidavit. Your affidavit. How can they come and rebut and say you're something different when you got a birth certificate from New York? You got a birth certificate from South Carolina. You got a birth certificate from California. It don't say U.S. on it. It just says that particular state is part of the Confederacy, which is called the United States of America. People don't understand distinguish this stuff. Now, here's the thing. Here's the trickery in this application. I'm going to go back up to the top. It says here, let me see, where does it say? U.S. passport, blah, blah, blah. Applicants born in the United States. It didn't say born in the United States of America. So I'm reading all of this stuff that don't even apply to me as an American national or a New Yorker American national. And it's telling you all the stuff that you can give them to get in here, right? Get your passport. Right here, what does it say? Bible records, insurance files. Bible records, is that part of the United States? A baptismal record or a hospital birth record? A lot of us don't have the privilege to be able to get one of these, the circumcision certificate or the family Bible record, because our parents, out of ignorance, put us into getting these hospital birth records that they transform by way of the Social Security number, where they create the U.S. citizen off of that document. But that document is not a U.S. citizen document. It's a state record of a live birth. You see what I'm saying? But then when you contract to get the Social Security number, you create the U.S. citizen off of that. And that one, that's why they want that social on the application, because that person was born in the United States. So when you hand them the birth certificate, the social, they make the connection. But let's go to the oath. I've read this so many times. It says clearly, I declare under penalty of perjury all of the following. I am a citizen or non-citizen national of the United States. See, most people stop right there and they read all of this and this is saying this. They don't read thoroughly. I am a citizen or non-citizen national of the United States and have not performed any of the acts listed under acts and condition on page 4 of the instructions of this application, unless explanatory statements is attached. So it's saying that you are a citizen or a non-citizen national of the United States if you don't have your explanatory statements and have not performed any of the acts listed under acts and conditions. But I told y'all, page 4, most of y'all have performed them. So if you have performed them, meaning that you're not a fugitive from justice, and I did a show on this a couple of weeks ago, if you have not been convicted of any of these things here, you have performed that. And you need to put an explanatory statement. And that explanatory needs to say that you're not a citizen of the United States or a U.S. citizen or a U.S. national. Any of those things that they call that. And they accept it and they giving people passports all day long. You mean to tell me that 1 to 2 page document, they're not verifying that? How come they give it? And they say if you give them false statements, they could come after you and this and that. You didn't make a false statement. And if and how are they going to rebut your affidavit? Who's coming in to testify against you on that? No one. You have superior title. You have superior claim on your nationality. No one can claim it for you. And that's written in the UN Declaration of Indigenous Rights, something like that. See, people read on the surface and then they want to do a video and try to debunk other people's information. That's already been proven for what, how many years now I've been rolling? Since what, 2018? 4 years? Been helping people free themselves from that stigma of US citizenship. I mean, I just summarized that, but I mean, y'all got the point. Y'all got the point. So let me reiterate. American national versus a foreign national. They are the same thing, but they do have differences. A foreign national just says you're foreign. So if I'm from another country, like let's just say Ethiopia, and I come here, I'm a foreign national too. It doesn't identify the land you're from. But American national, or if I say specifically New Yorker American national, I'm identifying the land I come from, which is New York. But I'm still a foreign national. He didn't even know the difference in that. Because he was saying, oh, y'all need to be a foreign national. Okay, foreign national of what? To who? Where? How? Where? When? You got to identify a place. So, dude, the guy was like, I said, dude, if you believe his information so much, go ahead and do it. Do it. Have fun. Let me know how it works, because I know here what's happening to the people here. Things I will not mention on the air right now. I mentioned them long time ago. People have come on and go watch some of the older ones where people have said what has happened to their student loans, what has happened when they got pulled over. Me, my own testimony. I stopped being real specific about my triumphs because I noticed that they go in there, they start messing with stuff on the record. So I stopped doing that. See, I got bona fide proof. Not just from me saying it, from the people that's done it saying it. Most of the people listening to this broadcast have done the passport and had success with it. I'm looking at the chat right now. I'm looking at it. Most people have done it. Living proof is sitting here in the chat. I'm not going to call them out, but I'll let them call themselves out. You in the chat, you got your passport doing my process. Let it be known if you want to. See King Bay. Look at that. Yup, I got mine. Yazzie Bay, I got mine. So how can you tell me that you're going to still be a U.S. citizen when these people are sending their stuff and saying that they're not? They're getting their passport. And on top of that, they're getting certified copies of their application from the passport agency, the Secretary of State, signing off saying that this is an authentic application. Everything this person put in there is authenticated and facts. What? How? They doing that too. Okay. All praises to y'all. I possess firsthand knowledge of this fact. Yes, sir. And Just all praise to y'all. Say yes, they verify this info on the passport. Yes, they do. Because if you do, there was an issue with not putting the social on there, and it was having issues with that. But I already told y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all why they sending these little flunkies to try to debunk the passport. Because if y'all these videos popping up, I just told y'all what I was about to do with this passport. I'm about to take it to a whole nother level. And I'm not gonna say here, but I meant to talk about that in the group yesterday. I apologize, group members, that I didn't say anything yesterday about it. My mind was discombobulated and I forgot. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. There's a lot going on. And they trying to pull me away from this mission, but it ain't working. It's just my test to see how serious I am. But I'm serious, and I know I got protection. I just, I just got to rely on it, and I know my protection comes from me hitting y'all with that spiritual knowledge, and then giving y'all this information. So I got to do the spiritual. See, for a while, I wasn't really going in and reading my Bible and reading my spiritual books, and I need to stick with that. So that's why I was doing all these broadcasts. I'm being obedient to that spirit, to the ancestors, saying, "Yo, man, you better get your act together and get back in there." That's why y'all done have 3 broadcasts in 1 week. And I wasn't even supposed to do a broadcast today because my spirit, I was supposed to be in Mexico taking care of some business out there for the next couple of days. But my spirit said I didn't feel comfortable with doing it. So I told my wife, I don't think this is a good idea for us to go. I need to listen to that. And she listened. She said, okay. And we stayed, I stayed here, and here I am doing this broadcast. Talking to y'all about your passport situation. I'm telling y'all, if you don't have your passport, crank up and get it. Go get it. Stop listening. Listening to these people that don't have it. I ain't never touched this, but you teaching hard on this and that, and you reading the surface information and not reading the deep, the oath, the thing you actually sign off on. I don't sign off on the instructions. I sign off on the application which says that I am a U.S. citizen, U.S. national, and if I have done anything those actions conditioners, I must have an explanatory statement. Boom. It is. That shows you that application has duality. And the proof is people getting their passport. The proof is they changed up the application because we cracked that code on the line outs. Because everybody was like, yo, how do I line out? And I had to break it down to them. It said portion. That means pick and choose. Let me go get the old DS11. Let me pull that up. Let me pull it up. Man, see what happens. If these types of situations just keep me sharp. And I thank this brother for even doing that video. I thank him. Appreciate you. Because it keeps me really sharp. And it keeps me reminding y'all who y'all really are. Don't let these people sidetrack y'all into their nonsense, especially people that ain't proving a damn thing of what they're talking about. Now, one thing are they showing proof of? Nothing. I got people coming on here on the show, yo, they just gave me back 25 G's because I went at them. I challenged them. I showed y'all the checks a few weeks ago. Come on. People just talking. They try to put spells on y'all with their words. But let me get the old DS11. Hang on. I was sitting here saying, I ain't gonna really go in. Dude, go in. But then I was like, man, please, I'm gonna go in. Okay. Did it open up? Okay, here we go. All right. I'm gonna share the screen in a minute, y'all. Hang on. DS11 acts and conditions. There we go. All right. Share screen. I'm trying. Let me see if I can get my template, because this is another one that I had. Let me get my template. The class one. This is an example of this in the membership. There it is. There you go. There you go. Come on, open up. It's taking its time. Open up. Where is it? Why isn't it showing me this thing? Now I don't want to this the class one, so I'm gonna have to use this other one. I'll use this one. All right. Yeah, computer acting up, man. They playing with me, y'all. Hang on, I'm gonna try this again. They playing. Okay, let's do this one. Oh, none of them are coming up. Why? Let me see. That's that one, but that's the new one. I need that old one. Let me see if I can find one on the web, because it's not letting me open up the one out of my computer that I had a sample of. Okay. Old DS11. Don't want that one. Maybe this one. Yeah. All right, got it. So let me just count my blessings. They let me get this one open. That was strange. Just had it open and then it wouldn't show. All right, so let's share this screen here. All right. Chrome tab. Is this the right one? Yeah. Share. All right, y'all should be able to see that now. All right. Right here, this is where a lot of people got confused. Trying to make this a little bigger so y'all can see it. It says, if any of the below mentioned actions have been performed by applied to the applicant, the portion which applies should be lined out. So it's saying line out the portion that applies. And a supplementary explanatory statement under oath of affirmation by the applicant should be attached and made a part of it. Again, let me just go scroll back to the oath again in this application. It says basically the same thing the other one said. See? I declare under penalty of perjury, I am a citizen or non-citizen national of the United States. What happened here? I scrolled too fast. Go back. My bad, y'all. United States and have not since acquiring U.S. citizenship or nationality performed any of the acts listed under acts and conditions on page 4 of the instructions of this applicant unless explanatory statements attached. Basically the same thing. And let me remind you, whenever they read the oath, they don't read number one. They start at number two right here. They skipped this part, right? So page 4, ask conditions, says this: if any of the below mentioned action conditions have been performed by or applied to the applicant, the portion which applies should be lined out, and a supplementary explanatory statement under oath for affirmation by the applicant should be attached and made a part of this application. So it's saying line out the portion that applies to you. So what I was telling people, I have, boom, taken an oath, made an affirmation, formal declaration of allegiance to a foreign state. Bam. I took portions. It said portion. I took a portion and I used it to my advantage. Why? Because I did an affidavit stating who I am and took allegiance to the fact that I'm not a U.S. citizen, that I have foreign state status. Now my affidavit is showing allegiance to another foreign state, my religious status. State is another word for status. I just want to let y'all know. Your state of mind, your state of being, state of consciousness. Okay? I just gave y'all how I lined out in the old application. This doesn't apply anymore because the new applications are like this, and most of them are not accepting the old ones anymore. So you have to learn the new way, which is I got that information in the passport webinar too. Bam. So it says portion. Portion, let's read the definition of portion. And that's why I was like, why are people confused about this? They was looking at line out the whole thing, this paragraph. But I'm like, a portion means whatever you choose to be the portion. Portion, a part of a whole. Divide. Part of a whole. So here, I took a part of a whole paragraph and I said, I have taken an oath or made a formal allegiance declaration to a foreign state. And I did that by way of my affidavit. And I proved, and I submitted the documents to prove that I did that. And people got their passports. No problemo. Okay? These people, it's just hilarious how people will come on and try to steal you. I tell you, people don't even know they wolves, but they wolves in sheep's chosen because they send you down there to be slaughtered. You see? Who's out there? Who's out there? Who's out there? Let's see. We got Yazi Yebe said peace, disciple ministry. As C says peace, peace, peace. C King Bay, peace everyone. Karini says happy Tuesday from Israel, peace. Yes. She's still hanging out. When's she gonna get back? Who else? Rashan Bay says peace as well. JG says LOL. A temporary past since when? I must have missed. Yeah, you missed that, bruh. I said that in the classes. FL2, she said. Amazing, brother. Thank you. The Bureau of Consular Affairs said that they issue passports to U.S. citizens and nationals. Let that sink in. Thank you very much. And he also says they verify the information. All right. How do we deal with the banks? That's for another lesson. You want to know that specific information? Bro, get a consultation. We could talk about that. I can't put all of that stuff on here on this public forum, how to deal with banks. Tasia Brooks, Divine, what is this? I'm sorry, the from the other show. How come I can't say the other word? Oh, remind me, Tasia, with that. I told you my mind gone so much with on. Uh, Innovative Solutions says he got his. These are all the people that deal with me. Now, this dude did a broadcast. Ain't nobody get on and said they did nothing or proved nothing with him. Nothing. Zero. Not to mention, he just starting out on his YouTube channel, so he had to hit at some of us heavy. When you want to get big, you got to go after the heavy hitters to get your name put out there. See, I'm not saying where it is. I'm not sharing the video. Nothing. You're not gonna get that type of recognition. I know some of y'all might come across it, and then when you come across it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Innovative Solutions said he got a certified copy. Um, he said he all praise to y'all. Said he helped his brother get his. And all praise to y'all. Said not putting the shows you got me in hot water. I told you, yeah, that can do that. Question: does your process work even if the name is on the passport denial program? What the passport? Because you only reason why you'll be on a passport denial program is if you are a criminal with a extensive criminal history and you've been court ordered that you can't leave the country. Child support or taxes. The child support and taxes, you can get one even though, but you got to work. There's work to be done. You see, my English is on the denial program. Oh, okay. That's unconstitutional, brother. Maximo said he's in the house. Disciple Ministry said he got his. Peace, prosperity, and extreme wealth to all. DJ JOJ. Divine connection. That divine connection. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. That was coming off the tongue, but for some reason it just wasn't coming out. For some reason. Divine Connection Show. My bad. I apologize. Innovative Solutions says he got his daughters and her certified copy. I got my daughters too. I got it in a couple of years. I got to renew hers because when they're young, they only get them for 5 years. Child support urge. Okay, you got to fight through that. Oh, all praise to y'all. Remember what I said with that. See, what happens is they'll send you a denial for the passport. Then they'll ask you, are you traveling in the next couple of weeks? That's the clue. See, if you have an itinerary that you're leaving within a couple of weeks or within a short amount of time, they'll give you a temporary passport to do what you do, but you got to come right back. They'll do that. That has been confirmed. All right. You see? But anyway, not enough about the passport. Let's talk about you. How are you guys doing with your spiritual progress, with this mind work? Because the mind, you have to work it every day. Every day it must be worked. You're not getting around it. You're not getting over it, under it, side of it. It got to be worked because so many things come at you to stop you from getting there. Will stop you from getting to those goals that you want to make. See, there's an underlying energy out there that is always trying to work against you. And is that bad programming that you got when you were young that you're trying to overcome. That programming that you've been programmed to fail but born to be great. This educational system was designed to keep you down, to keep you from going to your highest potential. And once you realize that that is the issue, too much of that bad education. I know people say, oh, I needed to get a job. Man, think about it. Most of the jobs you get today, you don't even need a degree anymore. Not like you used to, unless you're trying to be a lawyer, doctor, or something like that, engineer. But most of these jobs today, you can make a really good living working for someone, a decent living without a degree. I know I don't have one. I told y'all I got a GED. Told you I'm not ashamed to tell y'all. I'm living proof that you don't need all that paper. You don't need to encumber yourself with all of those high student loan debts. No, unless it's something specific. You want to be a nurse? Yes, you got to go to school to get that. You want to be an RN? You got to go to college to be an RN. You want to be an LPN? You got to do some type of certification. You still got to go to school to do that. But a lot of the highest paying jobs, like network security, network design, those don't require degrees. All it requires is certification in the field. And those fields are paying a lot of money. Where we're using internet and all that, they need graphic designers all the time. You see? Somebody said they got his old name on there, but they're going to listen. They're going to do that background check and they're going to connect it to. All right. So you got to do your work on, get a consultation on how to navigate passport when you have all these other issues. You got to shut down those agencies that are putting you on that list. And you also got to go after them to say, y'all don't have a right to deny me the right to travel. Keep me prisoner. And you have to use your religion to do it. All right? What time? It's 8:03. If y'all got questions, y'all better go ahead and put it in that chat. Because I done did 3 broadcasts. I did 3 hours worth of broadcasts over the last less than 7 days. Okay? So somebody said, before I leave, drop something that will open a portal. Okay. Okay. I'll drop something. So, drop some deep knowledge. Y'all need to get this book. In this book, you know the story in the Bible says that the God came to Mary and said that she was going to have a child. But Joseph didn't know about it. But in this book fills the gaps. It came to both Mary and Joseph. Remember, I told y'all the Trinity is man, woman, child. Man, woman together makes up God, which brings forth the child. See, we got half information. They've been telling us half the story, both together. See, how y'all can prove that both together makes a more powerful existence? Look at how our homes are divided. Look at it. And we're losing on the economic front because we're divided. Our power comes from us being together, connected together as one, bringing about righteous offspring, spiritual offspring. See, I was telling somebody this last night. The most powerful being on this planet, the most powerful being on this planet is what they call today the black woman. She is the god of spirituality. She is, and the man is the god of the architecture of this world. He brings the order and divine and organizes and said, this goes here, that goes there. We protect that. We show up this direction. But the spirit, the God of spirituality is the woman. And the attack is on. See, I know some of y'all, my fair-skinned folks won't want to hear that. But let me prove what I'm saying. They attack that sister on every front. Right now, most of these YouTube channels, y'all need to sit down and listen because I'm about to say something. I'm about to help y'all understand what just happened a few months ago. Most of these YouTube channels are pointing out the faults of the sisters. Is the stuff they're saying true? Yes, for the most part. A lot of that stuff is true. Okay? But we all know when you highlight negative things about people, it only causes them to do it more. When you highlight the worst of a person, it only makes them do it more. And that's what's happened over the years. We have attacked. And the brothers, we have been attacked too, but I'll get to that. Maybe I'll talk about that tonight, but I'm not talking about tonight. You see, because we're warriors by nature, brothers, we can handle those attacks. We can handle people coming at us. That's why we're still making it and making it happen. You know, that's why we're doing it. We can handle it. That weight is for our shoulders. See, it's not our job to lean on our women. Our women is to be able to have a strong shoulder to lean on from us. We are supposed to be a foundation. And that role has been reversed. We have made this, a lot of these brothers are leaning on sisters to support them. And some of y'all sisters are looking for these brothers so you can support them. But let me go back to my point. The sisters being attacked on all fronts, and all of these YouTubes, all they want to do is talk about how bad the sisters are, how they're unappreciative, they're this, that. Whether it's true or not, you cannot fix a situation by talking negative about that person or thing. You can't do it. It won't work. You have to go into the situation and say, hey, you're divine. You're beautiful. You are the most powerful being. You are in charge of the spirituality. But what type of spirituality are you going to be in charge of? Because there's a dark spirituality and there's a light spirituality, or good or bad, whichever you want to call it. Which one you going to take hold to? And that's why in our music, they've always used the brothers, the rappers, the singers, to put in the videos our sisters half naked, doing all kinds of things. And then they also, the big problem back in the 80s and the 90s and early 2000s was, and still even today, was they always put a light-skinned sister in there. They never put a dark-skinned sister in there. They didn't show that power of the dark-skinned woman. They didn't show the power of her wearing her natural hair. They don't do that. And that's for a reason, because if you can destroy the mind of the most powerful spiritual being on the planet, you control the planet. Yes. And that's why they don't want her to wake up to her power. The brother said, open a portal. I just opened one. See, if you any sisters that's listening to me and you understand your power, I just told you who you are, and you operate in that power, you will change your situation overnight. If you're having trouble with your finances, think about it. No man reaches any amount of wealth or real power without a wife next to him, a good one. His power comes from her. She feeds life into him. They showed you that on the chessboard. Most powerful piece on the board is the queen. But also her job is to protect the king. Because there is no game if the king gets captured. And they don't, because we don't understand the concept of that simple game right there. Boy, it's a complicated game. That game right there. And that's the game they've been playing against us. They've taken our queen and turned it on the king. And they've taken the king and turned it on the queen. And the soldiers, the rooks, the bishops, all of them the knights, they don't know what to do. Because the two highest pieces on the board is in confusion and fighting amongst each other. And we'll never fix it if you have these videos continuously bashing or talking about the negative parts of the sisters or the brothers. You can't fix it that way. There is no resolution in that. There is no coming up out of that. You got to come from a higher place. Like when I think I did a show the other day and I showed you how they were trying to accuse this woman. That was the key. They were trying to accuse this woman. We know it took place in a country where it was nothing but people of color there, our people. So it was showing how this queen, this woman who was doing something that they considered wrong in that day, which was adultery, and they wanted to kill her. They wanted to stone her. This is what's going on. Sisters are being spiritually stoned. How are they being spiritually stoned? They're telling them, they make them, give them the idea that they natural hair is not as good as the fake hair. You need all this makeup on. You need all these covers and to make yourself look different than what the divine mind, divine God, the God in you have given you. You being God and God working through you chose the way you look. And now you come into this false reality and accepting the false reality as reality. But the day is coming, all of that'll change when we wake up. We had to go through, in order to become better, bigger, and better, and even into a higher alignment, you got to go through these tough times. You have to go through these shakeups, because what it does is sifts out the people that just not going to do it or make it or care. And it leaves behind the ones that really see the game. Like, we're following up this whole political nonsense with Trump and his nonsense and all of that. How y'all know Trump didn't set all that up so he can get elected, right? Keep himself relevant. Come on. I ain't gonna get into all of that. But what I'm trying to tell y'all, once we know where our power is, where it derives from, we can make a change. We can't beat up on our mothers, our daughters and sisters and cousins and nieces and expect us to survive. Now, let me hit y'all with something deep. That brother who had that channel, Kevin Samuels, for that time, and he was like the number one guy. People was viewing him, and he died all of a sudden. Now the sisters was being happy about that, and there's some people that was happy he's gone. No, that's not good spiritual energy to put out. But I'm telling you, what happens has to happen. You cannot destroy people with your platform and expect to survive. Karma, spiritual law, which you put out, you get back. You put destruction out, you show destruction, you show the worst of the worst on your platform over and over and over and over again. What you think you're going to meet? That's why I let people talk about me. Because I know if I return that evil or those words for words, I got something coming back to me. And I don't want to deal with that. I just want to deal with nothing but peace, prosperity, and extreme wealth. And extreme love in my life. That's it. That's all I want to deal with. So I try not to. I got enough struggles, around my home trying to keep that going. And then when I meet people trying to be, on the show or put out goodwill and all of that. Here, then I add to, oh, look at this dude. He this, he's a bad guy. He's this. You can't fix nothing like that. Nah, it don't work. Like this brother said, open up a spiritual portal. You can't open up spiritual portals, issuing bad information all the time, negative information about people. And what made it so profound to me, because I had this discovery, I said, man, he went after the most powerful being on the planet. Our sisters in their right position? No, that's obvious. But you can't go after the God of spirituality and not reap and get nothing from that. I know better than that. Man, I was thinking at first when it happened, then I started and I was meditating. I said, dude, he went after the God of spirituality, the God of the higher that who's in charge of that. Now, in this realm and this 3D realm that we in, yes, the sisters are sleeping. But there's a higher looking down who's like, well, okay, yeah, we sleeping, but she ain't going nowhere. Because without her, no life exists on this planet. Okay? We can't get here but through that womb, that divine womb. We can't get here. There's no way we getting here. All right? And we know as men, real alpha males who know that the one thing we want to do with our women is to keep them happy and do things that they like. We're okay with the right woman. If she's got that vibe and she's showing her femininity, we do that. We look, that's what goes to our head. Okay, what's my next move here? We live for that. We live to please the God of spirituality. I know some of y'all have a hard time hearing me say that. I know it. I know it. Well, no, because this is going on because y'all looking at the physical. Y'all looking at what you remember all that. They knew who the God of spirituality. And if you could destroy that mind, it'll get that mind to look at your stuff. You got support your business. You got everything. You got the wealth. But I just me saying this right here just broke that spell for some people. If I just broke the spell for one person, one woman, if I just broke that, I did a good job. Because that one will multiply. Watch. Isn't that how we get here? One cell egg. It's called mitosis. Splits, becomes 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 32. Right? Come on. All right, I just dropped that. Let's see what the comments say. Yes, the Disney movies are depicting the split home. And they're pushing these agendas, these alternate relationship agendas. Women make orders and we enforce it. Yes, sir. Yes. And somebody said Kevin Simmons. Yeah, man. The brother met it wasn't that crazy. He passed. And a lot of people missed it, man. You can't go after the God that gets you here and not reap those. Yes, although the information could have been on point, you don't do that. There is a price to pay for that. And I say that with emphasis because I can't even tell y'all that. I can't even reveal why I know that that is true. I won't even do that. I won't go that far. Maybe in a private conversation. Can't do it. I won't even mess with that. Although I agree with it, some of the things, I will not put a bad word on my sisters out there and just keep beating on them. And because you know what? When I did join into those conversations, do y'all know I had problems after doing that? And then I said, why? Because you have to realize when the Christ mind came through it came to Mary, but it also came to Joseph too. I'm gonna read that lesson. I'm gonna do that as a side lesson out of this book. We're gonna go through this book. Oh, hold on, y'all. Women magnify the physical. Yes, sir. Absolutely. You start off at that egg. Yes, the man impregnates the seed, the egg, and then she magnifies it. She's the expander of all this reality that we live in. But if you feed her bad information, what is she going to expand? If she don't know any better, what is she going to expand? But see, some of y'all hearing my voice know better now. Now you know what to do. You know what you need to expand. You can make all of your things you desire come true tomorrow if you channel that divine feminine energy. Takes practice. Meditating and knowing that's your power. And no one can defeat you. See, they couldn't defeat us physically. They had to defeat the mind. And once you got the mind, you got the body. And they defeated the mind with bad education, bad information, showing us images through imagery. TV wasn't just made for entertainment. Television was made for programming. We're sorry to interrupt this regularly scheduled programming. Y'all remember that? Whenever they want to give the news or we apologize for interrupting this regular scheduled programming. So it's a regular scheduled programming on a daily basis to program you to see things the way they want you to see and operate and live in this physical reality the way they want, not the way you were born to operate. Now we got streaming services. Now we got phone. That's the new programming. Live my life in the small screen and forget about everything else. Man, I thought I wasn't going to go deep tonight. I thought I was done. But somebody asked and I had to deliver. I just delivered. That brother died, unfortunately. And people said, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Listen, anything that happens was supposed to happen. Why? Because it happened. There's a price to pay, and it says God is not to be mocked. You will reap what you sow. If you sow bad words, negative things out there, constantly pointing the finger, hurting, saying the things that the worst of the worst, bringing out the worst of the worst in people, thinking that you're doing a good job, doing it, yeah, you're going to get rewarded in this world, in this system that loves to make our people look bad. See, they didn't even know they was working for the power, that same system that want to destroy. See, that's why they let them do it. Y'all know when it's really good information that's really gonna uplift us, they shut that stuff down. That's why he got away with it. And then all of a sudden, boom, he gone. Wow, how is that? Mm-mm. There's a masculine God and there's a feminine God. When they come together, they make the ultimate God. Okay? All right. All right, everybody. That's my delivery for tonight. I appreciate you listening in. Let's see any things out there. I'm gonna say this again. Peace, prosperity, and extreme wealth to all. And y'all have a good evening.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient and soon it can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please, you're all too loud. You don't speak quietly, opinions violently thrown across every surface. It makes me nervous, is the world honestly burning? That's all I'm learning. Hope that we can make a turn and start reversing. All our minds and put the work in, we got some work, man. I started to go. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Gotta get through this, life is a nuisance, tie up some loose ends. I try to be human, find a solution, my evolution. A place like this, it didn't exist, we made it like this. So you can go pick the bad or the good, got a glass half wish. I know, it's easier to hide than just to lay low. Not everyone in life has got a halo. I'm standing in the red inside a payphone. Just wanna break, no, I'm not gonna give in. Take a last shot, Michael J. Win. No, I'm not a robot, I'm in my own skin. Never get lost when thoughts pull you in. I miss the old you, we died with a purpose. All the energy around me felt nervous, scared I would pop out fast to the surface. Had to cut it off before you made me worthless. Torn apart, I've been torn and scarred. I had a given art, but now I'm thinking smart. I'm keeping up my guard, I'm hiding every card. A royal flush of left, you never know what's hard. With a back to the mat, gonna see where I'm at. I'ma fight like I'm mad, I'm a beast of the net. They can never be me, nice try, but they'll see I achieve everything while they stay salty. I started to go. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling